Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our weekly red, white, and blue message for the American people. Today's date is Wednesday, October 22nd. We just want to let you know that our Michael Strange Foundation weekend workshop went unbelievable. We had 20 parents come in, 20 Gold Star parents come in down North Wildwood, New Jersey at the Bolero Hotel. And it was just an unbelievable weekend. You know, we had people from all over the country that our foundation, we paid for them to come in.
Knights of Columbus had a dinner for us down in North Wildwood, honoring all the Gold Star moms and dads. After that, we went across the street to the ocean where we had a wreath ceremony. A wreath is in a circle, and a circle never ends. Just like our love for our sons never ends. As we threw the wreath in to the ocean trickles throughout the world, just like our love for our sons go through the world. And it was the most touching part of our weekend. The camaraderie, the love between the parents, to know the pain that we all go through every day. Every day we think of our sons and the ultimate sacrifice they gave for this country. And all we're trying to do is just give a little bit of our heart back.
Love you guys.
Through the michaelstrangefoundation.org.
And the transformation of these parents from Thursday and Friday when they came in until Monday when they left was unbelievable. I got to meet other Gold Star step parents, because I am myself a step parent, and you know, it was unbelievable. So, you know, if you would please go on to michaelstrangefoundation.org, check out our website. You know, Michael was one of almost 7,000 heroes that have been killed in Iraq and Afghanistan. So, you know, we're thankful to everybody who was a part of our foundation weekend. And Steve, we met Steve, and we're going to start doing this weekly blog, you know, to keep the American people up to date as to what, as to what's going on in this country, what we're planning so we can take our country back. You know, we do March 27th through the 29th in Sunny Hills, Florida.
Gotta come out there, red, white, and blue, baby.
The Red, White, and Blue Fest. It's a you know, a rally it's a patriot rally that we're gathering, you know, and teaching people how to do civil warrants, teaching people about a civil grand jury, you know, and
the Second Amendment, First Amendment.
That's right, freedom of speech, baby.
And of course, November 4th, you'll see us in Washington, D.C. about the Fourth Amendment with Larry Klayman and the NSA tapping our phones and our computers.
That's right.
This involves everybody in America. Everybody in America, the NSA's listening. They go right into your home, besides right into your computer and your cell phone.
We've been harassed by the NSA because we're trying to just find out what happened to Extortion 17. For all of you that don't know, Google Extortion 17, August 6, 2011. There were 30 brave men killed, Americans, and Michael was one. My name's Mary Ann Strange. I'm with the Michael Strange Foundation. Michael Strange was my stepson. He was 25 years old. He was killed on a chinook called Extortion 17, August 6, 2011. Me and my husband Charles, we started the Michael Strange Foundation in honor of Michael, to keep his memory and his name alive and do it honorably and with integrity. The Michael Strange Foundation, what we do is we bring in the moms and dads and brothers. Let me rephrase that. We bring in the Gold Star moms, dads, brothers, and sisters who have lost a loved one in these two wars. And we provide grief counseling for them, something no other foundation does. There are other foundations out there for Gold Star families, but nothing like the Michael Strange Foundation. You know, we bring in professional grief counselors that give us tools and techniques that when the pain hits, you know, that this process that they go through on our weekend workshops, that they can use these tools and techniques. I, as a Gold Star stepmom, had a hard time finding where my place was and where I stood and how I should feel. And I know there's thousands and thousands of other step parents out there. I've met a few of them during our weekend workshops, and they were so thankful that, you know, that we brought them in, that they were not excluded from this because you're a step parent. And talking to them, you know, I can remember Steve coming up to me, and Alan coming up to me, and Sean saying, thank God, you know, because they feel like I do. We don't know where we fit in. It's very difficult to watch your husband or your wife go through the loss of their child. And although their child becomes part of you because it's part of your loved one, it's not the same because there is another parent involved, whether it be, you know, that child had a mother and a father. So for a stepmom as myself, you know, to figure out what I should be doing or how I should be handling certain situations was so hard. And the Michael Strange Foundation, you know, with these grievance counselors, they have taught even the step parents like, you know, all the techniques the same as the parents, although our loss isn't exactly the same. We love that child because it was an extension of our loved one, but it's not the same, you know, and we don't know how to react. We don't know what to do. And this foundation that we've started helps us. It helps us step parents as well. You know, I know that look that comes across my husband's face during the day. And before, I really didn't know what to do. Now, you know, I remind him of different techniques and tools that we've been taught through our weekend workshops. And just to listen to my husband, you know. It's just an amazing thing. We pay for everything. You know, our foundation, we pay for all of the airline, or all the flights, even a lot of the parents won't drive because they lost their child in a plane. So we do pay for, you know, all the gas that brings them, for their driving. We pay for their food, the lodging, and the grief counselors. I don't know. I know that on August 6, 2011, I lost a piece of my husband. And I'll never get that back. Never. And dealing with that loss is so hard because I miss that part of my husband. You know, I miss that. It's something that only a wife or husband know. You know, and I'm sure it's different with everybody. You know, we just need to get the word out here more for corporations to help us. The Michael Strange Foundation should be country throughout the United States of America. All Gold Star families should know of the Michael Strange Foundation. But because it's just my husband and I that do all the fundraising and everything, because we're a very small foundation, we need as much help as possible to get these other Gold Star families to know about the Michael Strange Foundation. There's big corporations out there, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, you know, Walmart, there's Amtrak, there's so much out there. And we need your help. If you're seeing this video and you say you want to help, but you don't know what to do, please go on the michaelstrangefoundation.org. My husband's personal email address and telephone number is on there. Contact us. Let us know that you want to help us and thousands and thousands and thousands of other Gold Star families out there. There's so much pain in this country with losing the sons and daughters and brothers and sisters, and we at the Michael Strange Foundation are trying to give a little bit of healing back, trying to make something good out of a horrific thing. We're trying to do some healing out there. We have a pin that we give to every family member that comes through our foundation, and it's hands holding a broken heart with a band-aid over the broken piece. And the Michael Strange Foundation is trying to be a part of that band-aid to put some of the healing out there. So please, if you're watching this message, go on michaelstrangefoundation.org and just contact us and let us know that you want to help. We have a place for you, so please help us. Thank you.
My name's Charles Strange. I'm the Gold Star father of Michael Strange. Michael was a CTR-1 cryptologist, killed in action August 6th, 2011. The biggest loss of life in the Iraq and Afghan war, 30 men. Also the biggest loss of life in the history of America, 22 guys from the Dev group. Losing a son in war has devastated me. I lost a piece of my heart. Being a Gold Star, something you never want to be. We're in a club no one wants to be in. And through the Michael Strange Foundation, we do weekend workshops. We brought over close to 50 Gold Star parents through, and meeting the other parents and hearing the tragedies of how their sons died. Something goes on during our weekends. There's a bond there. Like I said, we're in the club nobody wants to be in. And we need support. We lost 7,000 in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's 14,000 parents. That's another 14,000 grandparents. Everybody had at least 4 or 5 brothers and sisters. That's another 35,000. Everybody had 5 good friends. That's another 35,000. Everybody had 4 or 5 aunts and uncles. Another 35,000. Everybody was in a platoon, 25 to 50,000. The list goes on. Losing these 7,000 brave men and women in Iraq and Afghanistan, and a lot of them, so sadly to say, is due to the rules of engagement. I'd like to thank the Red, White, and Blue for honoring the Gold Star families, the Michael Strange Foundation this weekend, standing up for us, trying to help us get some say to what's going on in this country. With the rules of engagement, the government has changed it. They don't call it a war. They don't say war. They say enduring freedom. Operation Freedom. If you want to call it that, send your son or daughter over there from Congress or Senate. These son of a bitches got to be told. Everybody in America needs to stand up here. Our sons and daughters are being killed. You know? The rules of engagement being changed to favor the enemy. Oh, they're not enemy. Oh, they're under their own problems. Well, send your son or daughter over there. Let them fight. You know, let little Harry go over there, or little Ellis. Let them go over there. My son went over there. He volunteered to go over. That's right, but he went to fight. You know. Just like Pat Tillman's went over there to fight. And all these other brave young men and women for our country. So we don't have another 9/11, another Boston bombing. What's going on with people on Pennsylvania Avenue is what I want to know. Red, white, and blue, that's our country's colors. Me as a proud father, Gold Star father, my son would have done it again. But not with all the stuff that's going on with the government. The government, I hate to tell everybody, you got to wake up, man. There's something wrong going on in this country, you know. Besides the rules of engagement, Benghazi, Extortion 17, they named the helicopter. I have 1,364 pages that tells it was an established ambush. August 6th. The Taliban was bragging over the internet a half hour after my son got killed. It's in the paperwork. 20 to 30 Taliban under the trees. A father asked, why didn't you take them out with a drone strike? Admiral Horowitz stood up and said, to win the hearts and minds. And all the parents are sitting there, and all our sons are dead. He said, to win the hearts and minds of them people, there could have been a farmer there. And we lose our sons for them? They're a tribal society. They hate us. They're not human beings. They're disgusting pieces of trash. They were in the tower, a 50-foot high tower. The AC-130 asked to take shots. They couldn't take shots at the building because there could have been a little kid in there. You know, and all our sons get killed to win the hearts and minds of them people. My 25-year-old son gets killed for this country, fighting, and they hold his hands behind his back. Then they lie to me about my son being cremated. Everybody had to be cremated. Not everybody did get cremated. But I have pictures from Dover. My son, I can see the hair on his arm. He jumped out of the helicopter. Who's going to be held responsible for the biggest loss of life? And why am I saying this? This ain't just about Obama. It's about everybody down there. Everybody has to be held accountable. Somebody has to stand up for us. Everybody wants the votes. Everybody wants the $250,000 a year. How about the American people that built this country and trusted for you to serve? You're supposed to serve us, the senators, the Congress. You know, it's about time they stand up. And here, red, white, and blue. God bless you people. Thank you, my friend Stephen that I met. You know, something has to change here. And we need everybody in America to come together so we can have a voice for our next generation and the next generation. Or there won't be no generation. Look around. All of a sudden you got to take a certain health insurance. Who came up with this idea? You got to take Obamacare? Where's that at? What happened to Blue Cross? You know, health partners, you know. All of a sudden you got to have this insurance. You got to do this. That's not America. That's not what our founding fathers fought for. Thomas Jefferson up in Philadelphia. The Liberty Bell, the Betsy Ross House. All that goes out the window. You know? We need everybody to stand up. We want our colors back, red, white, and blue. We don't want red, white, and blue and then 20 other flags under it. This is our country. My son died for this country. And we need to stop going to everybody else's aid when we can't help the poor people in this country. There's more poor people in this country than a lot of the other countries. You know? And I just want to thank red, white, and blue.
Red, for the red, white, and blue, red stands for the valor and the hardiness of the men and women that are over there fighting for us. White is for the purity. That this country was a pure, it was just a beautiful country. And it still is. It's just the people running it that are a little screwed up. And blue stands for the perseverance, the vigilance, and justice for this country. And for the men and women that are fighting over there. We need justice for so many things. Like Extortion 17, you know, my stepson being killed over there, Michael Strange, and for the 29 other men that were killed that day, and Bart the Warrior Dog. Red, white, and blue, I've always been a very proud American woman. I know if I was born in any other country, I would have been stoned to death because of my mouth. But I've always been a very proud American woman. And the red, white, and blue, this thing that you guys are doing is just unbelievable. We need some people to stand up and fight back. There's a handful of us that have been fighting. So to see you know, the million bikers and the truck drivers that went against the Muslim march. It was a beautiful thing, you know. People, everybody needs to open their eyes and see what's going on. I know when me and my husband talk about what happened to Michael and the men aboard Extortion 17 and that we've been lied to, people look at us like we've got 3 heads because they don't want to believe that this country could ever do that the people running this country or you know, that are in high places would ever do this to the men and women out there. Well, guess what, people? It's being done. We have proof. We have 1,364 pages from the investigation of Extortion 17 that shows that it was a staged ambush. It's happening in this country. It happened, it's been happening. We meet so many Gold Star parents and siblings and the horror stories that we hear. It's not just, it didn't just happen to us. It's happening to thousands. Thousands of our troops are being murdered. They're being sent, first of all, to go over to another country and fight with one hand tied behind their backs because of the horrible rules of engagement that favor the enemy. How can you win a war? This is the only war in the history of America that we didn't go in, kick ass, and take names later. This has been ongoing for 13 years now, I believe it is. And it's still ongoing. Now we're going back to Iraq again. It's just the rich are getting richer from it. And the Marxist murderers that are in very high places are just doing what needs to be done. And it is a horrible thing. These are humans. These are men and women fighting for our liberties, for our freedom, for our freedom of speech, which if they weren't over there fighting, I couldn't stand here today and speak my mind. So we need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up. The government can't win if the people all join together. It just can't be done. We outnumber them. Everybody, please wake up. Open your eyes. Step out of your little world of fantasy that this is still the country that it once was. It's not. It can be. It can be again, as long as we all stand together and join hands and fight for what's right. And that's what Red, White, and Blue is about. Please join us down in Washington. Join all of us. We all need to stand as one. Thank you.
We were asking questions about what happened to my son Michael, and my wife here figured out how to download a disc that the government gave us, and she figured out how to unload 1,364 pages. After that, we had corruption with our computer, our cell phones. 000 kept popping up on my phone, 001. And when I called the phone company, they told me it was coming from someone called the NSA, tapping my phone. And then they hung up real fast. And then I was referred to Larry Klayman, who helped us start and win the first case in the history of America against the NSA with Judge Leon, who called it.
It was Orwellian what they were doing to us.
The invasion for me, a father, a Gold Star dad, asking questions what happened to his son, and you're going to come into my computer and tap my phone, and you know, it's ridiculous.
Harass us.
Harass us. To tell us that, you know, everything that you say, Mr. Strange, we can hear right here. And that don't just go for me. Here I find out they do it to everyone in this country. Everybody in the United States of America. They're listening to you. your computer, they're accessing the files. Your throwaway phones. Now they have technology, they can go into that. That's not America, that's communist. You want to live under that?
The NSA came in and they have been harassing us when all we ask for is the truth about what happened to Extortion 17. That's all we've ever wanted to know, was what really happened. Because the story that they gave us and the truth that we know, because the disc that they did give us was like a maze to download it, to open it up and to have these pages printed. It was a maze. And it took me quite some time to figure it out. But I'm a little relentless, so I got it.
So what we're saying is, you must come and attend the Red, White, and Blue Festival down in
Sunny Hills, Florida, March 27th through the 29th of 2015.
They have 20 acres wide open, fishing, camping, constitutional lawyers.
It's a conservative town, the entire town.
Judges will be there, lawyers will be there, Larry Klayman will be there.
And then September 11th of 2015, all of us. Hopefully you'll join us as Americans. Do your American patriotic duty and join us in DC to stand up to these, everybody, to stand up to senators, congressmen, the White House. Stand up for your country before it's too late.
They're listening to your phone, they're going in your computer, they're telling you what insurance to take. You don't have a choice in what insurance, you're going to take this insurance. That's not what my son died for. He died for freedom. So you can go to work when you want to go. When I can call my wife and tell her how sexy she is. I don't need anybody else listening to that. You know, this is America. Red, white, and blue. Please come out and support us. We'll see you all in Florida.
NDC. Thank you.
Thank you. Amen. God bless.
God bless America. See, I can finish his sentences. That's why we joined right on.
Yeah.
Now let me finish with the Michael Strange.
All right, look, I'm hungry, man. I need a cheesesteak.
Oh well, you're gonna have to wait.